Hey there, everybody. What I've done is create a Web 101 folder here on my desktop. What we'll do is we'll walk you through really quickly what to do to grab the files for the book, what to do to open the files for the book, what to do to create a folder structure for everything in the book, and how to hand everything in as a zip file. So I need some place to put everything, so I have a Web 101 folder that I just created on the desktop. So that's step one. Step two would be to come over to our Eagle Course Shell. So this is it. And right here on the home page, we have this student files. So let's go ahead and click that. And what that's going to do is go ahead and download our student files to the downloads folder. So I'm going to go navigate over to my downloads folder. I have got a ton of junk in there. And right here I have web book files. That's the download I just did. What I'm going to do is copy that. So I highlighted it in Control-C. And I'm going to go back to that Web 101 folder I created before. So here inside the folder, I'm going to paste that. Now, we can't just use the files from out of here. We actually have to what's called extract them. If you have Windows 7 or Windows 10, you have Windows 8, like, I can't help you. Just right-click this file and extract all. This is going to be pretty standard on all of your Windows 7 and all of your Windows 10 devices. So I'm going to say extract all, and I want it to go to this folder. See, users, that's me. Here's my desktop. Here's my Web 101 folder. Here's the new web book files folder that I've created. And it's going to go and extract everything here to that folder. So there's everything we need. What I'm going to do is go ahead, just to stop any confusion, I'm going to take and delete the zip file here because we really don't need it. You can certainly feel free to keep it, but I'll tell you, you don't have to because you could always just re-download it from the home page. It's going to stay there for the entirety of the course. So I'm just going to delete it and get it out of there. If you look in the web book files folder, each one of these chapters corresponds to a chapter's worth of deliverables in the text. Chapter 1 has a couple, but you won't be delivering any of those. Chapter 2 and Chapter 4, that's for Session 1. 5 and 6, that's for Session 2. You get the idea. So if I navigate here to Chapter 2 and we take a look around, these are all of the files that you're going to need to get by in the hands-on practice for that particular session. So what I'm going to do is tell you a couple of things here while we're at it. First and foremost, on all of these hands-on practices, wherever you see on the image there, your name here, that indicates you should put your name there instead of just your name here. That's going to help me when you after you submit things, because otherwise, if you don't put your names there, I get a dozen plus folders that are nearly identical that all have your name here. And actually, Eagle does not do anything to help me figure out what submission those are. So please, where you see your name here, it's not going to be every file by any means, but that's going to help me, figure out where your, submissions are. What I'll tell you is you can actually just go ahead and reuse these. That'll be just fine. You can actually just submit these folders that they're giving you. I don't have any qualms with that. Next, what I'll tell you is, there we go. When you're done, you're going to want to submit for the first session anyway, you're going to want to submit Chapter 2 and Chapter 4. So what I'm going to do is highlight Chapter 2, then I'm going to Control-click Chapter 4 so I have both of those selected. Next, what I'm going to do is just right-click. From here, I have this context menu called Send To. And the second one there, at least for me, is compressed zip folder. This is going to zip up all the files that you have in Chapters 2 and Chapter 4. And that gives you one I need a file in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and paste this empty file into there. There we go. I'm going to do this one more time. Chapter 2 and Chapter 4, I'm going to control click and highlight them both. Right click, send to compressed folder, and I'm going to call it chapters 2 and 4. And there you go. This is the one file you would submit, and that's all you have to do to get that submitted properly.